Hi, this is Debbie Bry, President and Founder of Team Beautifully Polished. Today in your training video 4, I want to talk to you about the in-home nail bar and what you can do to prepare for it. One of the biggest things we promote with our in-home nail bars is fun and easy, fun, fast, and easy. So in order to be fun, fast, and easy, it's important for you as the stylist to go in carrying very little. We want you to travel light. We want you to show your hostess and her friends that our job is really easy. We just swoop in, we do a fun, fast, easy party, and we swoop out. We don't carry in big bags and racks and tons of stuff. So my advice is for you to carry in a bag. One trip. You want to make one trip into your hostess's house. So figure out what bag you're going to bring and get your bag packed so you're ready to go before your nail bar. So travel light. So what are you going to bring to your nail bar? You want to bring your twosies, of course, to put on people. You want to bring your prep pads, nail files, and cuticle sticks. I don't really use cuticle sticks a lot, but I have had parties where I use them. You want to bring some nail sets. You do not need to have bunches and bunches of nail sets. They do not need to see every single nail set on. If you want to bring pictures and put them in a little photo album of nail fees with nail fees on, you can go to a good Facebook. There's a nail fees website where people post pictures with the nails on. Just be real careful when selecting those and that make sure the nails are on nicely. They go up to the cuticle. Some people post nail fees and they're not the greatest picture. And try not to print ones also that have someone's watermark and their name on it. So if you can find some nail fees, you can copy those pictures, put them in an album, and bring the album to the party so they can see what they look like on. But you do not need to bring a whole bunch of nails for them to see every single style on. Okay, so you're going to bring some nail sets. Then you want to bring your pens, order forms, catalogs, a little gift for the hostess if you give her something, party cards if you're going to do party cards, a game if you're going to play a game, some form of calculator, whether it's on your phone or a calculator you're bringing. And then you'll want to bring hostess packets, and you'll want to bring sponsoring packets. And you can find what you need for those on the Trello board. We have lists of what you can put in those packets and print up. You may also want to bring booking presents. Like if someone books a party with a game, you'll want to make up a little bag with just inexpensive little items in there for them if they book a party. So you want all that stuff to bring. My next suggestion to you is to be prepared. Never go in a nail bar without having a general idea of what you're going to do. It can change every time you go, with every group, with every event, but at least have in your head what you think is going to work out best. Okay? You don't want to go in there and just wing it, because winging it, you're going to make mistakes. Even when you're prepared, you're going to think of something you didn't say, and that's okay. When you get to the car or even at the party, write down a quick note. Should have done this way. And that way, when you go back to reflect on it, to keep changing it, you're going to constantly evolve your nail bar. That's just how it is. You're going to start it one way, and you're going to find what works for you. You can watch videos and get ideas from people, but it's constantly going to morph until you feel you have a pretty good handle on it, and then you still may end up changing it too. And that's okay. That's the best thing about our job, is there is no right or wrong way, and you can always be altering it. So go in with an idea of how your nail bar is going to be laid out. We have a mock nail bar video in the Beautifully Polished Facebook or YouTube channel. You can watch that. Again, it's the perfect nail bar. I ran it at a meeting, so I had the perfect audience. But it just gives you an idea of the flow of how a nail bar could work. Decide if you are going to do party cards. If you are, that really helps the party flow. Think through that. Think about the organization. For example, guests are going to come in. You make sure you're greeting those guests. You're not sitting in the other room on your own. Okay, so you're going to be, if it's out of your comfort zone, you got to start prepping yourself for that night to just make small talk when guests first start walking in. Then you check in with the hostess, and when you feel like everyone's there, and just say, hey, why don't we give everyone 5 more minutes? We'll bring them in the other room. So then, you have that in your head. Okay, we'll bring everyone in the other room. Once you get to her house, you can kind of lay out the feel of the house, ask her where she's going to want everybody to sit for the presentation. Sometimes the host just wants you to stand like around the island, and that's okay too. So see where she's going to want you to do your presentation when you get there. But in your head beforehand, just plan what you would say and do. So let's say you're planning, you get everybody in the other room, and then you pass out the party cards. So the party cards really help you get a nice flow. You bring the hostess up, you do your hostess stacking with her, and again, all this is explained in the mock nail bar. I want to focus more on just kind of getting your mental preparations ready. You are going to bring the hostess up, and you're interacting, you're showing the product. If you're doing the business cards or the party cards, then you're stopping to play your booking game. So again, run through the booking game. Don't just go in there cold turkey without practicing it a couple times at home. Again, you don't know for sure what people will say, but just getting the verbiage and stuff, getting it in your head and getting used to it helps you. So practice also for your timing. One thing that's good to say with the party cards is, hey, I don't want to go too long. I know you guys want to just get together and you want me out of here. You want to shop, but then you want to hang out. So I don't want to do any one card more than 2 minutes. So if you see me going over 2 minutes, boom, stop me and I'm ready to move on. So, that's one way to keep that presentation moving. So after your party cards, when you get to the last one, I want you to think about how are you then going to show them the catalog, the order form, talk about ordering, okay? So how are you going to have your guests order? Are you going to have them order through paper orders? I personally like paper orders because then I feel I get to sit down with each guest, I go through it, and I have the opportunity to talk to them if they like, are they ordering a bunch of nails I could bring up, potentially being a stylist, potentially hosting a party. Maybe you overheard, and again, we have other trainings on this, but you overheard them and talking about them needing money or they wanted a night out. Those are perfect seeds to pull from to be able to ask them if they'd be interested in the business for these reasons. So if you check out with them, you have that opportunity to talk to them. So figure out if you're going to do paper order forms or if you are going to do, some people like to just have the link right on the phone. You have everybody pull their phones out, that you can add them right then to your VIP page. And then you can also then have them pull the link up and they can just order right from there. So it's your call. Again, there's no right or wrong way as how to do it. So either way, if you choose to do the phone, then you have their contact information in the computer. If you do the paper order forms, you have it right in front of you and you have to submit it. So either way works, but just know ahead of time how you want to do it. Again, you're going to practice the game. Then again, practice some of the things you can say at closing. What can you say to them about holding a nail bar? If you played the booking game, you're more than likely going to have somebody who won it. And so practice, what are you going to say to them when they come over? After they win that, before they even shop, I'd walk over to them and say, hey, you won the nail bar. I'm so excited. Why don't we look at a date before the evening gets away from me, and I don't want to forget about you. So I have this date and this date available. Do those work for you? Either of those work for you. So go right over to them right then. But again, these are all things you want to go through in your head or practice out loud, even video yourself, just so you know you're getting those words out loud. I can't emphasize that enough, because otherwise you're already going to stumble your first few nail bars just because it's new. So the more prepared you feel, the more confident you're going to feel, and typically that's going to help overall the way things flow, the more confidence you have with it. So the biggest thing to remember is have fun. Enjoy your guests the night of the party. So the more prepared you are, the more fun you're going to be able to allow yourself to have. And I've been doing it a long time now, over a year and a half, and I still sometimes, depending on the crowd, I can get nervous, and that's just life. But I can work through the nervousness because I've been in front of people, or I've hit most obstacles already. But a lot of times we don't know an obstacle that we could run into until you hit it once. So once you hit an obstacle, then you write some notes and then you figure it out. And then, you come to your leader, your upline leader, or you ask around how they handled it. And then you make changes for the next time that happens. So that is my advice to you. Go light, go easy, help the hostess, praise the hostess, but prepping for your nail bar and getting in that good mental state is really important. So to reiterate, the things you're going to need, you need samples, pads, files, cuticle sticks, nail sets, pens, order forms, catalogs, hostess gift, perhaps a booking gift, party cards, game if you're using it, calculator. That's it. We don't need a whole lot of stuff for our parties. They're pretty easy setup. You don't have to bring a whole bunch of decorations, and we're in and we're out. All right? But best of all, pack your smile. All right? Have a great night, everybody.